Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, wherever you are. I want to welcome you to 12 by 12 page layouts. And just to remind you that this particular premiere is pre-recorded. We are going to wrap up layout number 40. 40, page number 2. What we're looking at right now is page number 1. So back earlier, August 3rd, I believe it was. It's been that long, you guys. We did the first page. I had a little break for a few weeks, recovering from COVID. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But I'm back. And bringing page 2 to you. This is using the Abigail Rose Designer Series paper and then some of the dies and just a few other accessories we got going here. So let's wrap up page 2. But before we get started on page 2, let's do a drawing. So let me make sure I'm going to share my page correctly. And what are we giving away today? We are going to be giving away a package of rhinestone basic jewels. Yeah, a whole new package. I love these because they are basic and you can pretty much use, make your own colors when it comes to like all of our blends, our alcohol blends. So if you need red ones, color them red. If you need some black ones, color them black. If you want some green ones, just, so on and so on. So this is a very versatile pack of basic jewels that we're going to give away. And let me start sharing my screen. Got a few buttons to click here, just so I make sure. Am I doing it? There we go. All right, so let's get to the names for the August the 3rd drawing. And let me do some shuffling. These shuffles happen pretty quickly. I'm just going to click it a few times. Want to welcome you, whether you are watching from Facebook or you're watching from YouTube. And if you are watching from YouTube, thank you for watching me there. If you haven't already subscribed, you can click the red subscription button and turn on your notifications, that little bell symbol. That way you know when I go live or I upload a video. And hopefully you won't be able to hear my background. I've got a movie playing in the other room. And I'm just going to keep shuffling and talking at the same time. I think those are shuffled enough. So if you liked, commented, and shared any my video back when we were working on page 1, your name is on here. And if you shared my video, your name is on there twice. So you want to make sure that if you are sharing to whether it's Facebook or YouTube, that you come back in the comment section and you type shared so that I know to give you extra credit for that. So let's spin this and see who our winner is for these rhinestone basic jewels. I think you can hear it. And then we have applause. We have applause for Patricia Chat. Patricia, I want to say you might be a first-time winner. I could be wrong. I don't know. I've had a lot of winners, but I don't recall you winning before. So congratulations, Patricia Chat. If you know for certain you've never won from me before, just private message me your mailing address. That's all I need. I'll go look and make sure, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it. But you can private message me so that I can mail you your prize. Let me stop sharing. Get back into StreamYard. So yay, congratulations, Patricia. Let me set that aside. let's start wrapping up page number 2, you guys. Okay, that way you can get on with your day, whatever you got going on. All right, we are going to start with our 12 by 12 basic black. For those of you that have been under a rock for a few months, we now have 12 by 12 basic black. Isn't that awesome? We have basic white and we have very vanilla. And in our mini catalog, we also have 12 by 12. It's part of the Hello Harvest suite. I think that's the name of it. I could be wrong. But you can purchase it also separately. So we have this. And then we also have, this is crumb cake. And let me get my, did y'all hear that? My husband is sneezing upstairs. Let me get my glue. Okay, there we go. Heard him sneeze. He usually sneezes like 5 or 6 times. So, all right. I only heard him once. And also the cats, right before I got started, the cats started chasing themselves. So they're getting their little after midnight zoomies. All right, so we are just going to, and I'm going to bring page 1 over just to make sure that I'm kind of getting this right. Somebody's growling at each other. Let me see if I can move that over just a little bit. I just want to make sure it's kind of evened up from page 1. There we go. All right. And the rest of it goes on pretty easy. We're also using, I've got some glue on my fingers. Let me see if I can get that off. Try a baby wipe here. Otherwise, everything I do from this point forward is going to be sticky. Oh, that's so much better. There we go. Anyway, we are using the Abigail Rose Designer Series paper. And this particular sheet that I'm using is the one that has like the memorandum paper. I thought that this was a really, really cute background. And then the flip side to that is this particular floral piece, which, by the way, coordinates with the cottage rose dies. There's one of the dies. You have to line it up exactly, but one of the dies coordinates with this. So it cuts out a lot of these die cuts, these images out. But we're going to be using this memorandum piece as our background. So let's get some glue.
Safe on. Home.
Oh, my husband just armed the house, if y'all did not hear that. And he was probably kind of cringing when that happened, because he's like, oh, I didn't arm the house before she started her live video. That's okay. All right, so this one is, and of course, with these mats, you can certainly, adjust, if you wanted less of the black border to show, or if you wanted more of the black border to show, or if you wanted these internal mats to be smaller, you can do all that. But I'm trying to maximize as much designer series paper for this background that we can see. All right, so now we have our mats, and I'm just going to lay these out. We've got another big mat happening there. And what's that one? We've got three square mats that I'm going to lay out kind of like that. Make sure I save enough room. Okay. And we are going to put all of these mats up on dimensionals. So let's put some dimensionals on each back 4 corner. I left a little bit of room down here on the bottom right for a little spot for journaling. That way, if you wanted to write, I'm going to move this over just a little bit. If you wanted to write a little something about what's going on this particular page, you've got some lines already in the designer series paper that you can use just to write on. Okay, and I'm going to put, did that go on straight? Yeah, it went on straight. Let me do this top one because I think I'm going to leave that middle one and put that one directly on the designer series paper just to save a little time, I think. Kind of winging it too. Might change my mind at the last minute. Okay, and we want to put this one up here. Okay, and then this one, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this one down on the designer series paper. I hope you all are having a good morning so far. We've had some rain, much needed rain, definitely. All right. Nothing like the poor Dallas, Fort Worth area. Oh my goodness. I was watching the news and just could not believe what I was seeing. I have these two pieces of designer series paper, and I've gone ahead and that one looks kind of crooked. That one looks crooked. Let me fix that one. I've used the banner Pick-a-Punch, and yeah, that one was crooked, to kind of banner punch the bottoms of each one of these. And I'm going to be using, I think I can just use glue. Yeah, I'm going to just use some glue. Use a little bit of glue on the back. I love the other side of this designer series paper. I really do. Okay, and let's flip this over. And we're going to put this one just kind of right underneath there. And then the other one, we're going to put right to the left, kind of about halfway overlapping that first piece. All right, so now we got those couple of pieces coming out there. And then I just happen to have some extra little stamps and die cuts that I had done from the Cottage Rose dies. And so what I did was, I'm just going to use those. Let's use those up. So let me get a little scrap piece. And I've already done one, but I'm going to color with light mossy meadow. I'm going to color this other one real quickly. I did one to save some time, but if you're replicating this, you can certainly color the entire leaf if you wanted to. I'm just trying to give a little bit of color. And then, of course, with our blends, if you go back over the same spot, it gets a little darker. So you can kind of customize it to how dark you want to get it. I'm just being real random with these pieces. That one especially. And then what I did was I just kind of roughed up the little leaves. Just kind of bent them in just to give it a little, that way they're not so flat, just to give it a little dimension. That way they're not so flat. Okay, now these two pieces are going to go right here, and let me get my glue dots, and let's put one, get a couple of glue dots on there. while I'm doing this, make sure that you go check out the event description. There's some upcoming events going on. This Saturday is my huge craft sale. So if you are in the San Antonio, Texas area and you are looking for some retired Stampin' Up products, stamps, dies, embossing folders, ribbon, the whole 9 yards, you are welcome to RSVP to that event so that I can email you the location information. Okay. It's important to do that because I didn't want to just publish a gate code since I live in a little big community. So that way you get what you need. I'm going to do a double. By the way, I'm doing a double bow. And I am using, this is, I think on the first one, I used linen thread. Excuse me. I think on the first one, I used linen thread. Uh-oh. So we're just going to pretend this is linen thread. I have a little tickle in my throat. Because my linen thread, I'm not really sure where it's at. I'm sure it's in one of these bins that's got some other product in it that I'm using for maybe a class or something. And this crumb cake is the one that's from the combo pack. Let me take a little sip of my Sprite here, you guys. We'll see if that helps with that tickle in my throat. All right, and so let's get a glue dot. Let's get a glue dot on the back of this. Anyway, so my giant craft sale is this Saturday. Doors open at 7, and I'm so excited. The cats are going to hate me, though, but they got to get put up. There we go. And so I just stuck that right there in the middle. And then what else we got going here? I wanted to use up, I had a couple of these little stamp and die cuts in a baggie. I wanted to use those up. So I'm going to put those, let's put those down with a dimensional. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Let me undo that one. I'm not going to undo it. I'm just going to set it aside. This one has already got color on it. Let's put that one right there. And this one, we're using light petal pink. And we're going to give this one a little color. Now, I do want to put a little color in the center of the one that I just put down. I'm going to use light soft suede to kind of give that center a little bit of color. I think that one needs some color on the middle there. Just a little sprinkle. There we go. That way it stands out a little bit. And the same thing with that one. All right, now I can put that one down. And we're going to put this one down kind of down here, close to that little picture. Now, off of my designer series paper sheet, I had a couple of small ends that I wanted to use. And so we're going to color those really, really quick. Let me get my little scratch piece and petal pink. All right, let's do some coloring. And then I'll just chit chat with you while I'm doing this. Okay, so in the description, you'll also be my fall. Make sure I'm coloring the right thing because talking and coloring at the same time can be dangerous. You'll also see my fall retreat. There's just a couple of spots left if you are interested in actually coming to the retreat. It is in New Braunfels, Texas. almost the heart of our Texas Hill Country. It's a gorgeous little venue. And if you can't, the link will also give you some information about if you want to take it to go. You can take it to go. All right, so let's do this one. Let's put some color on these little flowers over here. I'm just kind of doing that really quick, making sure all those have some color on it. And then let me do, since I have petal pink out, let's go ahead and do this one. To take the retreat to go, it literally is only $106, and you get a Stampin' Up! Goodie bag. Literally, you're going to get a bag that has $50 worth of merchandise that you can use for your make and takes. You'll get the pillow gifts. There's 5 pillow gifts that'll be in there. I think I got all of that. And then let me get in here with the soft suede. And that includes shipping. And then I believe there's some price patrol. There'll be like a price patrol or some other kind of little thank you gift in there. My little end is not pointy anymore. I might have to start replacing these. It's kind of hard to do a point now. And anyway, that 106 includes thing, which usually takes like a large box to ship retreats in. Just because there's 12 by 12 cardstock. That's usually part of the deal. Okay, let's do these little ones over here. I am also working on Christmas card classes. So that information is not going to be in there just yet because I'm still wrapping up the design on 2 more. And I think that's good. That's good. But anyway, you want to make sure that you check out the event details so that you don't miss out on anything that might be happening. Now, this corner one, I'm going to put down here in the corner just to kind of put something down here. And I am going to put that up with dimensionals. And we're almost done with this. Okay, so we're going to line this up. So on your designer series paper, make use of those images that show up on the edges, if you know that you feel like might be a waste. They're not. You can definitely cut those out and put them in a corner like that. This one right here is going to go up here. So let me get a dimensional on both ends. I think I'll put one in the middle too because it's kind of long. There we go. I'm going to line that one up like that. And that won't interfere with the picture. You can still slide a corner of a picture up on both of those little areas right there. And then what else do we have? I think on my first page, I used the big ones, and all I have is little ones left. And I don't want to have to open up another one. So we're just going to use these small ones. Let me go. We're going to use the, what did I use? The basic gray ones. So let me see. Where can I put those? I'm going to put those right here. Yeah, let's put those right there. Okay. Kind of low. That way it doesn't interfere with any of the little area here for journaling. So that if you want to write something about this page, and you got plenty of room. So let me move some of this stuff off the way here. I think that's all of the pieces I had on page 2. So I was able to use up the little pieces that I already had die cut. Give them a home. There's enough for a large picture on there, as well as 3 smaller pictures. Got a little journaling spot. Yeah, this is it. This is this is layout number 40, page number 2, using the Abigail Rose Designer Series. And let me see if I can bring this up a little bit so that you guys can see both of the layouts at the same time. There we go. Move all that out of the way. I'm pretty certain you can see both of these at the same time. Trying to make sure they're straight. So there you have it. Layout number 40, both pages. Loving the black cardstock. Also loving the way it looks with the colors from the Abigail Rose Designer Series paper. See, even on this spot over here, you've got a little journaling area. Or you can also add some, I would probably add, I don't know. You could do very vanilla or basic white, either one. So if one of these smaller mats you wanted to turn into like a larger journaling mat and leave the Designer Series paper alone, you could probably mat it with either very vanilla or basic white. I think either one of them would complement it because we have basic white in the Designer Series paper. And then like the background on this one is more very vanilla. So either way, whatever your preference is. So there you have it. So thank you all for joining me today. Be blessed wherever you. Make sure you check on your elderly neighbors and their pets. Be safe if you are in an area where it was recently affected with all that water, that rainwater. We needed water, but oh my goodness, some areas didn't need it that bad to where people's homes are flooding, and just, oh my goodness, that's heartbreaking to see that kind of news. But y'all stay safe out there. I will be back Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And let's see, what else? I guess that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this layout, and we will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.